Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for joining our webinar in these challenging times. I'm happy to open it. So today we are talking about the 16th German-Israeli call for proposals for joint R&D projects. Our schedule isn't so complicated, so we will start from Dr. Aviv Zeevi, Vice President and Head of Technological Infrastructure Division, then Shlomi Kaufman, VP for National Collaborations. Then we have an honor to listen to Dr. Jonas Feckel, Director for Pre-Competitive Research and International Relations of Pראונהופר. Then I will present you the program and the basic terms of the open call. And then we have 5 research groups from Pראונהופер institutes that will present their research and collaboration opportunities. And then, of course, we have time for questions and answers. I'd like to pay your attention that here is a section, there is a section of Q&A in Zoom. Parallelly, you may write your questions and send to us, and we will try to answer it in the process. That's it, and I'm happy to open the webinar. Dr. Aviv Zeevi, Vice President and Head of Technological Infrastructure Division, Israel Innovation Authority. Dr. Zeevi.
Thank you. Thank you, Rami. And thank you for inviting me. I also want to thank Dr. John Feckel. That's, I hope I pronounce your name right, for joining us for this webinar. And I'm, as Rami said, already actually presented me. So I would just say that we are thrilled for this kind of cooperation, especially in these kind of times. We already had very good cooperation in the past on a 2+2 calls with Germany, mostly with Pראונהופר research partners. We also have here with us today some very good researchers that's already cooperating with Israeli universities and Israeli industries. So what's our main goal here? Our main goal actually here is to close the gaps. We have quite a few knowledge gaps, I think, on both sides. In some areas, we are not able to do any scale up for advanced materials. In some areas, we are not able to test the sensor that we have produced. We might have the right molecules and biomarkers, but we are not able to test them on good clinical trials. And all of those areas are now here on the table for joint collaboration. So the main idea is the fact that there is very good knowledge on both sides in the university level, sometimes in the industry level as well, but only when we join forces, it's a win-win game. We are able to produce a very good breakthrough knowledge, not only good from a technological aspect, but also from economic aspect. So I urge each one of you to talk to the other side, to create those consortiums, consortia, and together we will be able to fund you, I think, both sides, on the German side, on the Israeli side, and create some very good, I would say, technological breakthrough on both sides. Thank you very much.
Now, Shlomi Kaufman, Vice President for International Collaboration and Managing Director of ESERD.
Thank you so much, Rami, and good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here with you. First of all, I want to thank Pראונהופר team under the leadership of President Hans-Elka for really ongoing collaboration for years with Israeli researchers, with Israeli industry. A collaboration that not only connects, but really makes huge breakthroughs, scientific and technological breakthroughs, which are so important to both countries. I mean, for us to deepen and to build this collaboration, it means a lot, especially during these challenging times, and the fact that you are all here, continue to work with us, believing in the Israeli scientific and technological capabilities, is a great sign of support, and we highly value for that. International Division of the Israeli Innovation Authority is basically the gateway to international collaboration, scientific and technological collaboration globally. Our collaboration with Fraunhofer, I would say, is one of our flagship collaborations, but we lead collaboration globally from Asia all the way to the United States and with Europe through various avenues and potential frameworks. And we encourage those who are here on the webinar on the Israeli side to reach out to us to exploring further other avenues and to see how we can work together. I'm looking at this at the collaboration with Fraunhofer, looking ahead and hoping to have more and more more and more groups working together, deepening the work together, and really contributing to both countries and to scientific breakthroughs. So thank you so much for all those who worked to make this webinar happen and to this collaboration happen. Thank you to my team, to the team on Fraunhofer side, and to the technological infrastructure team. And good luck. Rami, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shlomi. And now I'm stopping my presentation, and we are turning to representative of Fraunhofer. It's our honor to host Dr. Johan Feckel, Director of Pre-Competitive Research and International Affairs.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much that we are here today. I'm representing Fraunhofer on behalf of our president, Professor Hans Elker. And I would also like to thank everyone who was involved in the last year, actually, to make that possible, what we're talking about here today. So I would like to start with a quick overview on Fraunhofer, an introduction on Fraunhofer if you don't know, but I guess most of you know already. Maybe it's an update for you as well. So our mission is strengthening the economy through transfer. And we're building this missing link between academia and the companies. And Fraunhofer is operating on a business volume of 3.4 billion euros each year. It has 32,000 employees, 75 institutes. We have 14 international affiliates and representative offices all around the world. And we're working with partners from 90 countries. Fraunhofer is a non-profit research organization, and we focus on application-oriented contract research. And we also provide infrastructure for companies that can't afford their own R&D departments. So this is what Fraunhofer is, and this is what Fraunhofer does. We have been inventing a lot of products also that you know about. First of all, everyone knows MP3. Fraunhofer has created the patents for that, but also the white light LED was invented by a Fraunhofer Institute in Freiburg. There are several other topics you can see here and that have contributed to how the economy is working. Look at the video compression, for example, those standards. So these are the topics Fraunhofer has been working on. The video compression standard, for example, you find in every mobile phone worldwide around 5 patents that are active and have been developed by Fraunhofer. And as you can see, we have a very broad research portfolio, and we utilize that in working with our partners. And here I brought an overview on just the last year that we have been working with Israeli partners. And so there were 60 projects with 43 companies from Israel. 22 Fraunhofer institutes have been involved, total project volume of 2 million euros. We have funding provided through Horizon Europe. In a lot of projects, we're working very positively with our colleagues, friends, and partners from Israel. And Fraunhofer headquarters also provides dedicated funding for the international cooperation. And there is one innovation platform that we will hear about later on as well, about sensors and applied systems that is working in Israel. And we are happy to continue this collaboration. We are looking to intensify it, and we're truly grateful for the IIA to make this possible together with us. And here is how to get in touch with us, with Fraunhofer. You can either contact the institutes directly. So these are the institutes on our website, the colleagues that are here in the call today. Or you can also use, if you have a specific question, the Fraunhofer Match platform, where you will be connected to the most competent institute for the solution you're looking for. So this is a quick overview from my side. I'm really happy to be here today, and I'm looking forward to a constructive webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Feckel. Now I will share the presentation. I continue, and just a moment, we will go to the open call itself. Great. So as how Dr. Feckel has mentioned, there is a fruitful collaboration between Israel and Germany. Israel Innovation Authority has funded research projects with Fraunhofer for 3 consecutive years. So last year we gave more than 1 million shekels in grants, and the same sum actually the 2 years before and 3 years before. I hope that this year we will finance more projects and you will see the results soon. So today we are talking about open call 2+2 applied research in industry. What does it mean 2+2? Actually, the point is to connect an Israeli company and research institution with their counterparts in Germany. So that's why it's called 2+2. The collaboration is financed by the Innovation Authority in Israel and by the Ministry of Economy and Climate Action in Germany. Our goal is, as you can see here, to develop ready-to-market solutions which have a strong market potential in the TRL range from 2 to 5. It means that the project may be started at TRL 2, 3, or 4, but the point is that it should be finished at the TRL 5. Now, who may apply? In Germany, that's an R&D performing company in collaboration with a non-profit research institution. There is one moment I should mention. The company should be small or medium size. It means up to 1,000 people, up to 1,000 employees. And the goal of the project should be technology transfer in the conclusion of the research project. In Israel, there is practically the same requirement. It should be R&D performing company. We should be able to generate revenue based on developed or transferred IP in the end of the project. We have another requirement to a company. The company should be medium size or big size. It means that or 50 million shekels in investment or 30 million shekels in annual sales. This company must be accompanied by the research institution. The form of this cooperation between the company and research institution in Israel may differ, so there are several options. One option is that the company that applies for the grant and conducts research has an academia research institution as a subcontractor. So the whole R&D process is inside the company, but it is accompanied by the research institution as a subcontractor. Of course, we need the preliminary R&D agreement before the application. Another option is that the R&D conducts at TRL 4 to 5. The IP is owned by the academia. In here, we are talking about technology transfer. It means that technology is owned by the research institution. And the goal of the project is to let the company to find out whether or not it should commercialize the technology. Means that the main research tasks are validation of the technology, adjustment of the technology to the needs of the company in Israel, employees of the company should know how to use the technology. These are three main tasks. In this case, the application is joint, means there are two applications, both from the company and research institution. And at the application stage, we want to see the preliminary commercialization agreement. As in the previous case, it was R&D agreement, preliminary. Now it's commercialization agreement. And if the project is approved, then in order to start it, you should provide us with the signed agreement. There is also another third option, like a mix of the two previous ones. The range of TRL is the same, from 2 to 5. There is part of the company that submits and may submit research from TRL 2 to 5, and the research institution may adjust the application and submit the part that contains technology validation, adjustment that will be done by the company based on the IP that is owned by the research institution. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, just believe me, it's not so complicated as it's written here. Of course, on our website, you may find all the information about the program itself, and of course, you may ask us, and we will be happy to assist you and to answer your specific questions. So now we will talk a little bit about the money. The total budget for the Israeli company and academia per project. So we are talking here about the budget of the project. The maximum budget is 5 million shekels. The project may last up to 3 years. It's up to you. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. The total budget is known, 5 million. The length of the project is for 3 years. We will finance the project with a grant of 60% for the part of the company and 100% for the part of the academia. In the first here, I just want to return to my previous slide. In this option, in the first option, when the IP is jointly owned together with academia or by the company itself, when the academia is subcontractor, we will finance 60% to the company, and the company will pay for the subcontractor from the grant money. If the application is dual, it means that if there is an application from company and the academia, as it's stated here in the right option, when IP is owned by academia, we will finance the application of the company by 60% and the part of the academia by 100%. It means that there is no matching from the side of academia. It will be provided with money by the authority. If the application is joined, so the company's part should be at least 50% of the total budget. Meaning, of course, we want to see the company leading the project. As I have said, in the end of the project, in the end of the R&D process, the company and the academia should come to the TRL 5. It means that the application must contain validation and proof of concept tasks. Now, there is part for royalties. The company should pay royalties for the grant to the Israel Innovation Authority, but the royalties will be paid only if the research is successful. It means that there is a product in the end or service, and only if this product is on the shelf, it may be sold, and the company has profits. Only in this case, we will get royalties. That's about the program. Of course, as I have mentioned, the presentation is short. We don't have a lot of time to elaborate on all the aspects of the project, of the program. So you may, and you have to contact us if you have any questions. We will be very happy to assist and to answer. So here you can see the emails. Please let us know if you need any assistance. So I'm done here. Now, from here, we are going to the 5 research groups from the Fraunhofer institutions. The first one is Fraunhofer Institute for Manufacturing Engineering and Automation, one of the most, I can say, famous Fraunhofer institutes. Was found in 1959 and has more than 1,000 employees. So Dr. Markus Kroll.
Yeah, thank you, Rami, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Markus Kroll. As mentioned before, I'm the head of the business division, Circular Economy and Carbon Neutral Production at Fraunhofer IPA. Within my short presentation today, we are looking at a circular production technologies with 2 focus topics. One is on the volatile renewable energy and the second on the biointelligent processes. And in the next minutes, I would like to give a brief overview concerning our work and experience. First, just for a bit better understanding, what we consider is our various technologies are also part of biointelligent solutions for a sustainable industry like biotechnology, bioeconomy, and bionic, for example. And let's now jump into the first focus topic on volatile renewable energy. We all know that electricity prices are becoming more volatile and also with an increasing risk of temporarily very high level if you are looking, for example, to the day ahead prices. And what we also all know is that on a long-term range, gas and carbon dioxide prices will continue to rise as well. That's why we are working on a bucket of solutions mentioned here just as an overview. On the one hand side, it's stabilized electric supply systems. It's dynamic load management to reduce cost, minimize installed load capacity, just also to reduce costs and money, save money. The integration of different volatile renewable energy generation, not only wind and solar, even different things. Then the integrate all of this solution storage systems and, for example, also recuperation of energy. And also we are busy how we can increase reliability, for example, in case of failure. All these factors provide a cost benefit finally for the electrical grid and especially for the customer. For this, we are working very close together with a number of industrial partners and have already gained some practical experience in many, many projects. Let me now come to the second focus and first example. It's a rubrum bacterium, which is able to produce different substances using biological waste materials depending on the environment and modification. Here just some examples: biofuels, lubricants, bioplastics, dyes for food, heavy metal detoxification are the most famous things in this area. And the special feature of this bacterium is that it works in the dark. It works via a dark photosynthesis, so that the great advantage is that the production is scalable. The next work example is about biofermentation and circular economy. Biofermentation processes help in the production of chemicals, pharmaceuticals, enzymes, and plastic surrogates, for example, with high sales and annual growth rates. But after fermentation, there are residues which remain that can be better utilized. And we are also on working this, and that's coming to my last example for now at this very short webinar, how this biogenic side streams can be used as a raw material. Side streams for fermentation are converted, linked, and upgraded by enzymes and fungi, and thus enable 3D printing of materials. Let me come to the end. Finally, we use a whole range of design options for our research into biointelligent value creation systems. And this gives just an overview we are working on. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Dr. Kroll, thank you very much. So we are going to Dr. Yannick Baumgarten from the same Fraunhofer Institute. Dr. Baumgarten.
So I'm also from the Fraunhofer Institute for Manufacturing Engineering and Automation in Stuttgart, and I would like to introduce the topic of biointelligence, further introduce the topic of biointelligence, which Dr. Markus Kroll, a colleague of mine, has started with, now with the focus on personalized medicine and pharma. In the business division healthcare industry, we are focusing on different aspects of personalized pharma and medicine. Here a quick overview. So the pharmaceutical production, especially the development of ATMPs, advanced therapeutic medicinal products, such as cell and gene therapeutics, is a big field. We have a big knowledge in laboratory automation. Then we have the field of digital healthcare, as well as ergonomics and medical technologies with prosthetics and exoskeletons. As I said, laboratory automation is basically where we come from, is our backbone. We have biologists, software developers, and engineers working together to realize fully customized solutions. And these could range from process and potential analysis over concept developments and feasibility studies to the realization of, for example, analytical devices or room filling facilities for a biomanufacturing process. Biointelligence is a term very similar to bioconvergence, as there is it is named in Israel. There's the big funding program on bioconvergence, very interesting program, which is in the end the convergence of production technology, information technology, and biotechnology, leading to a new innovation space. And we did an international benchmark on that biointelligence or bioconvergence topic, where we interviewed more than 120 individuals from different countries. And Israel was, of course, quite high ranking in this benchmark. But what is interesting is, in this case, the enabling technology fields that I listed here, we identified 17 of them. And I highlighted a couple of them that we are working on in our institute. And I will say a few more words in a couple next slides. Moreover, we have seen that in the past 20 years, there has been an enormous increase of companies on the market, especially in the fields of health and nutrition. And this is why we see the following key technology fields in our scope, and are happy to collaborate on these. So the first one is the bioware development. So everything like from an automated biofoundry to high throughput parameter screenings, sensor integration, everything that makes your cells produce or develop the functions you aim for. Then we have bioproduction topics, like, as I said, for the ATMP, cell and gene therapeutics. We want to deliver autonomous, flexible, decentral, and scalable production systems. We do not develop our own processes, but we develop the production infrastructure behind them, like new novel bioreactors, more monitoring systems. Then we have the field of bioprinting, like tissue engineering and organoid handling, potentially in the future also the field of cultivated meat, as well as bio-based and biofunctional materials. And last but not least, there is a topic of biosensing, where we develop biosensors for process monitoring, point-of-care diagnostics, and quantum sensors for human-machine interfaces. There has been already activities together with Israel. For example, there was a webinar with EZERT on collaboration potentials to work together on the ATMP field. We have a modular mini factory approach where we have assigned each patient that should get a therapy, a single cassette with a single process step that can be worked on in such modules. And in that way, we want to reduce costs by 80% and decentralize the production of ATMPs. If you want to have more information on this, you feel free to go to our website on ADAPT, Automated Decentralized ATMP Production Technologies. And what is really interesting is there's a Horizon Europe call where we're still searching for partners. It's called Optimizing the Manufacturing of Advanced Therapy Medicinal Products. And together with another Fraunhofer Institute, we are a process and automation specialist, but we still looking for end users like CDMOs, pharmaceutical companies. We're looking for manufacturers of devices. We're looking for developers of consumables, experts in AI, sensor developers. So if anybody is out there that is interested in that, feel free to contact us. Another joint activity was that Shai Malzer, the head of the National Bioconvergence Program, presented a keynote speech at the second Stuttgart Biointelligence Congress. And we will have a very similar on October 7th in Stuttgart. So everybody is cordially invited to visit that as well. And that's as much as from my side. And I'm happy to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Baumgartner. I just want to say that in the Q&A section, there are questions that are asked and questions that are answered by us. So please, you can look through the questions that are answered because they sometimes are the same. Please look through the list. Now we are going to Dr. Volker Thom from the Fraunhofer Institute for Building Physics, which is located in Stuttgart and Holzkirchen. Dr. Thom.
Hello.
Yes, thank you very much. Could you please change to the presentation mode? Great.
My slides.
Great.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be with you. I would like to talk about climate-friendly building products, ductile concrete, and even cement-free building products. First, a few words about my department. We are working mainly on the development of new concretes, of normal concrete, but also lightweight concrete for facade tiles. And we also work with ductile concrete. That's a specific concrete which it's a fiber reinforced concrete, which gives them more earthquake resilient properties, or it's more resilient also against other type of mechanical impact. We have one group which deals with the recycling of mineralic waste, mainly with construction and demolition waste, with the goal to bring back the materials to the cycle of materials. And we have also methods to deal with asbestos-containing C&D waste. Another group works on the development of CO2-friendly cements, so-called sustainable binders, mainly based on clays. And one group develops cement-free binders. I will show you now a few examples from these groups. Here you see a so-called LC3 cement formulations. And this formulation contains only about 50% of cement, combined with a calcine clay, which is a thermally activated clay, unburned limestone, and this type of formulation gives you the same type of concrete after 28 days, the same mechanical properties, but of course it's much more, it's a CO2 reduced and more climate friendly. As raw materials, you can use clays or filter cakes, stone floors, or even excavated soil. To prepare a climate-friendly concrete, you have to add something climate-positive to the concrete. And there's one material, it's so-called pyrochar. That's a product of a pyrolysis process. If you burn organic waste by combustion, you convert every carbon atom into CO2 molecules. And this is a process which we want to avoid in future. If you heat these organic waste without oxygen, you avoid the formation of CO2, and you can actively reduce the CO2 concentration in atmosphere. Now you can have the idea to implement this pyrochar into concrete. Therefore, you have to adapt the pyrochar, but it's possible. And here you see a normal concrete on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, a concrete which contains up to 30% of this pyrochar. And interestingly, this won't affect the mechanical properties at all. But this concrete is more or less climate friendly because one part of pyrochar reduces about 3 parts of CO2 in your building product. There are another application possibilities for pyrolyzed substances. We can even prepare foamed glass made from pyrolyzed rotor blades from wind power plants. We can convert tar-containing asphalt into tar-free asphalt, or we can produce mold-resistant coating from pyrolyzed biomass. And by reusing pyrolyzed waste tires, we can even generate batteries out of the now pure carbon. Coming to another material, which is highly interesting, and worldwide scientists are working on this material. There are some hints from history that maybe, or which makes us believe that even ancient cultures knew how to produce cement-free concrete. Here you see a description of liquid stones, and here it's described they prepared a mixture which can't be destroyed by water or by fire. And these are so-called geopolymers, chemically spoken. These are alkaline activated aluminosilicates, which sounds complicated, but ingredients are very simple. You need an alkaline solution, water, sand, gravel as an aggregate, again, calcine clays and salts. And if you mix it together in a specific way, you can generate a concrete type product, which contains no cement. Therefore, it's very reduced in CO2. It runs at room temperature. It can exert strength up to 80 MPa, which is already a high strength concrete. And it has also some other astonishing properties. It's moisture and acid resistant. And it's only, you need only low production costs. The first ones who used these geopolymers were the Australians. They decided to prepare their runways. Here, the runway of Brisbane, it's completely made out of geopolymers, and as a raw material, they used fly ashes from stone coal power plants. You can mix geopolymers together with carbon fibers, and in the Formula One, the exhaust pipes, they have been made out of this carbon fiber reinforced geopolymers, and these exhaust pipes can withstand temperatures up to 1100 degrees, which is really almost unbelievable. And you can use these geopolymers also as a construction material. Here, the University of Queensland has been made out of geopolymers. And this is one of our compositions. It's an acid-resistant geopolymer, which can be used for coating of sewage pipes because it has a very good resistance against bio-corrosion. And geopolymers was also one topic which we have discussed with the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, which visited us a few weeks ago. And we would like to looking for more partners, maybe for this 2+2 project, to work on this topic. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tom. It was very impressive. Now we are going to the largest provider of applied research in the field of information and communication technologies in Europe. At least it's stated at your website. I'm talking about Fraunhofer Group for Information and Communication Technologies. Dr. Alexander Nowak, please.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. We are not a research group rather than a group of institutes. I am Alexander Nowak, and I'm Managing Director of the Fraunhofer ICT Group. And what this group is about, I'm going to explain you right now. As you may know, Fraunhofer is running quite a bunch of institutes throughout Germany. You never know how many they are. It's sometimes 75, 76. It changes frequently, but nevertheless, 21 institutes focus on ICT, on information and communication technology. And those 21 institutes, they afford an office in Berlin, and I'm happy to run this office for these 21 institutes. Every institute has its own focus, but they all are bundled together by their interest in ICT. Our chairman is Professor Dr. Boris Otto. He is the director of the Fraunhofer Institute for Software and Systems Engineering, ISST, and he's also the chairman of the Fraunhofer ICT Group. Now, here you can see that we are spread out through all Germany with our institutes and branches. There's only one part of Germany we are not located in, which is the Saxony-Anhalt, but soon we will be there for sure. So this is the list of all our institutes, and maybe by the name you already can identify which is of interest to you. I assume that after the event, the webinar, you will be able to access all the presentations. At least I will provide a PDF, and so you can read through it, because some information in that presentation I will skip due to time limitations. Now, why I'm here and why I'm presenting what we are doing here to you is because we believe, we don't believe, we see it, that software industry is facing a big growth in Germany, in the European Union, and worldwide. So we digged into the Sustainable Development Goals defined by the UN and figured out that, yeah, well, information and communication technology is contributing to quite some important topics. I mean, yeah, there are some where we cannot help with ICT, which is we cannot fight poverty with ICT or gender equality, foster gender equality. But there are a lot of other fields identified by the UN, like quality education, or even climate action, or life on the land side or below water. We can contribute there. But even more, a higher contribution we can have to fight hunger, or to address good health and well-being, clean water, and you name it. So we figured out that software industry is very important. And we can help in quite a lot of areas and fields. So we thought, well, let's focus on special topics that are hot for us in the next 5 to 10 years. And we figured out that there are 14 topics that are of interest to us. And we formed groups. You always form a group if it's too big. So we have technology-driven research and development roadmaps. This is addresses artificial intelligence, of course, IT and cybersecurity, Cloud-based data spaces is very important to us. You might know the European project Gaia X, so we play an important role in there. Quantum computing, also very important to us. You might know that we have a collaboration with IBM, accessing a quantum computer in order to do research on this topic. And of course, next generation computing, we have to consider the future might change a lot. So just let me take one topic out and express what we are doing there and what our priorities are. I mean, yeah, the opportunities for artificial intelligence, everybody knows because it's discussed broadly. There is a global market and it's growing, and there is a lot to find and dig into. Generative AI will lead to an at least 7% increase in global GDP within the next 10 years. So the important trends and fields of action is address generative AI, get in touch with regulation, especially, I mean, the EU AI Act you might have heard of is intact, but in the area of standardization, there is still a lot to do. And to work on sustainability, so green ICT and resource-efficient AI. So our priorities in the field of artificial intelligence is definitely have a digital sovereignty in AI models and infrastructures, work on algorithms and machine learning procedures, concentrate and work on trustworthy, explainable, and robust AI. We are already working on generative and conversational AI and also AI robotics. Just recently, we published together with a group of players in the Open GPTX consortium. We published our own framework, which is Token 7B, concentrated on Europe and the European languages. So this is just an example what we are doing in the technology-driven R&D roadmaps. In the business-driven R&D roadmaps, we concentrate on industrial metaverse or digital twins. Digital public services become more and more interesting for us, not only because we have a new government that dedicated to public services and digital public services, but also we still have a lot to do in Germany regarding this topic. Digital energy systems, cognitive food and agriculture, digital mobility systems, smart construction, also very interesting topic, and of course, digital health. So let's look into cognitive food and agriculture. We believe there is a really high market potential when considering the entire value chain. Sustainability as a topic for the future is something we have to address as it is a good opportunity. So our priorities for plant cultivation, for instance, is integrating hardware to work with sensor fusion, communication links, data processing, valorization of ecosystems effects, you name it. Data spaces is also something that has a priority here. Automation and autonomy, user experience. And we also find ways to optimize the use of resources such as water, fertilizers, and you name it. And another priority is, of course, the secure food supply, safety for resilient systems, energy, and water management. So we are pretty much in that area, and there is still a lot to do. So we focus on that. And there are two cross-thematic roadmaps we are addressing currently. One is software-based value creation. We believe that software is really underestimated, at least in Germany and Europe, because software takes an important part in value creation, and it's not seen like this. So we try to work on measurements to change this and change this view. And the other thing, of course, is open source software. Another topic that is addressed frequently, but nevertheless underestimated what can be done there. We believe that there are good opportunities in open source software as a driver of innovation and for de facto standardization. It grants access to extended developer pools. It is an enabler for strategic alliances. So we set priorities there and want to get out open source out of the gray area. So from toleration to active support. We want to foster knowledge building and networking. We want to establish co-design and steer open source communities and technologies. And we want to ensure the utilization of the outcomes of open source activities and define the relationship of open source to the traditional patents and licensing businesses. So these were just 3 examples of what we call them roadmaps we are addressing currently as a group of institutes. Of course, the group does much more, fostered by their Berlin offices. So we get in touch with groups of interest, be it research groups, but also economical groups like Bitkom or professional societies. Of course, we take care of trade shows and we see what achievements our institutes achieve in research and development. Of course, we are doing public affairs, so we help our institutes to get in touch with the politicians and the ministries, and we are organizing events. Also inside, we are fostering excellence and good work. So we have the Präaunhofer ICT Dissertation Award, where we, on an annual basis, we give good researchers the possibility to earn awards for their dissertations. And we organize special events on special topics, and we help our institutes also to work on white papers or other papers. Nevertheless, if there are topics that are of interest to your research, to your proposal you want to submit to that program, turn to me and I will help you to identify the correct institute and to support you to the best of our abilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nowak, and thank you for these final remarks regarding collaboration. That's great. Now we are going to our final speaker, Dr. Sabine Trupp from the Fraunhofer Institute for Electronic Microsystems and Solid-State Technologies. We had an honor to host you several times at the Innovation Authority. Please come again.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. So I will share my screen now and hope you can see it in a second. Okay, can you see a nice picture of a few people? Okay, great. So I will keep it brief again.
The presentation mode?
Is it not a presentation mode?
No.
On my screen it is. Okay. No? No. Okay, just a moment. Let's go.
Meanwhile, I will say that we have answered several questions in Q&A. So now the questions that are left, that's an introduction of several researchers from Israel that are looking for collaborations. You may find the details in Q&A section.
Okay, Rami, thank you. However, even if you cannot see it, we will share the slides, and it's not too many information beside some overview about our collaboration and contact data. So I will go through the presentation again. Thank you for the invite. I would like to introduce our Fraunhofer Innovation Platform with Tel Aviv University, where we had the pleasure to open it in June 22 in a very nice event at Tel Aviv University. At least I hope you can see another slide now.
No.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, we will share it later. The Fraunhofer Innovation Platform was already introduced in the beginning of today's meeting. So it is a Fraunhofer-like research unit hosted by Tel Aviv University. Our collaboration areas are the sensors, microelectronics, applied systems. So the host, Tel Aviv University, coordinates in collaboration with me as one of the managing directors, connections between researchers and clients from Israel, of course, and all over the world in different kinds of projects. The general structure, how we work, and it was already introduced via the presentations from the Fraunhofer colleagues, since Fraunhofer is for the application-oriented research and development, dedicated to several areas. In our case, it's the microfabrication, sensor testing, pilot lines for different production tests and product development. We connected with the excellent research in Tel Aviv University with new process concepts and new molecule designs, new materials, and various other topics depending on the requests of our partners and clients. We think and we see that our innovation platform is already a success story. And of course, we want to have much more success projects as we already received. For example, just to give some ideas, we already worked with Tower Semiconductor in an IAA-funded tech transfer project a few years ago. We have direct collaborations with clients from industry, will not be mentioned here, but just to give the general idea that we, of course, work with clients also directly. And since 1.5 years, we are also coordinating. Coordinator is Fraunhofer MFT, my institute, myself, Horizon Europe project for underwater security. In our case, it's harbor protection. We have 22 partners from Europe and 3 partners from Israel in this project, and it's a very nice collaboration. So only to give you some examples how we can work together. So I only can encourage and invite all partners or potential partners here to go for applications in this new program, because it really can help to establish or improve collaborations between partners from Israel and Germany. And we will look very much forward also to be contacted by you with any kind of requests related to our topics of work. Thank you so much. This is it. And sorry for the technical problem with the presentation, but you will receive the slides later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tuf. That's completely okay. So I see that there are no questions, no open questions in the Q&A section. So would any of our speakers like to add something? No? Okay. So I'd like to thank you once again for participating. The summary and the recording of this webinar will be allowed on our website and our channels. We hope that everything will be okay and we will come to routine. And of course, we will see a lot of applications, both from Israeli and German companies soon. The open call is open till the 29th of July, so there is more than a month to submit applications. Please do it. So that's it. Thank you very much.